Hey everybody, today we're going to do update 54, I'm going to try, and we're going to do another time lapse, only we're going to try and slow this one down. I'm experimenting with the time lapse stuff, but we're going to be working on the ranch over here again, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay gang, I think these are all my cowboys and all my cows for the cattle drive we're going to do over there, and now I'm going to show you the barbed wire fence. Okay, laying right over here is my barbed wire fence, and I am trying to think of who it's made by. God, it won't come to me, my feeble brain. But I bought 2 packages of it. There's 4 sections each, and I soldered them all together. Then I hung them from some forceps and painted them kind of a rust color. But we'll get into putting those on after I get done with the cattle drive. So let's start out with the cattle drive. Okay, so here we have the cowboys bringing the cows back down to the ranch. They're going to put them in that pen there, crowd them all in there, and then they're going to load them on trucks. You can see that I got the lighting and the flag and everything in the ranch here, and a hay barn and all kinds of things. But I was going to do the fence tonight, but to do that I'm going to have to go get some more super glue. The super glue, maybe you could see that I have, is gotten all thick on me, and I want to have some accelerator and stuff down here to make sure that goes smoothly. So I think I'm going to reserve that for another day. And that's it for tonight. I'll pick this up, tomorrow or something. Okay, guys, it's Sunday and I'm back. I'm going to put in the barbed wire fence today, but we're not going to do it in fast motion. Why? Because the stupid Apple camera died, or the stupid Apple phone that I use with the camera died. So we'll be doing it in regular speed, and you guys will probably get bored of watching me put up fence. Maybe I'll edit some of it out, but we'll see how far we get and see if you like it. But we're gonna do fence. Okay, gang, I have my fence here. I think you can see it. Got it painted. Got a pair of scissors and got a pair of needle nose pliers in case I need to straighten something out or bend something at a precise angle. But we're gonna start, I don't know where I am here, we're gonna start over here somewhere, and we're gonna go towards where the road's going, just a little piece across there, and then back behind the hill. Then we're gonna come on this side, come up on top, we're gonna go across, down in the valley, and back up the backside over there. I'm hoping that's the game plan anyway. And we don't have fast motion. My fat head's going to get in the way, but we're going to see what we can get accomplished here, and if need be I'll cut some of it out, during editing. But we're rolling, and if you hear me whistling, don't be alarmed. I seem to do that whenever I start working. Got my knees on, got my ladder here, and I do believe I'm ready to go. I do need to cut open my brand new bottle of CA, simply because I have some small applications I have to do. But we're going to give this a try. And I'm going to try and stay back out of your way for the most part. And we are going to cut a little piece for here, and I believe we're going to cut it right there. And let me see if I'm even able to pick this up. Maybe I should put some, in fact I did put some on there. See if I can dip this in there and at least get it started over here. We're we're gonna see what we can do here. And it doesn't really, for my application here, it doesn't really have to be perfect. It's just here for effect. And I don't know, you guys probably can't see it, maybe you can, but I got it up against the backdrop and it actually slid down behind the, between the plaster and the backdrop there, which is actually ideal because then it looks like it disappears back there. So we're going to leave that little piece like that. So we're going to... This is hard for an old guy on his knees and back here in the back where I can't see. For here, I think we're going to be doing about one post at a time, but by the time we straighten it out, we should be okay to kind of just keep going. I can tell you one thing, this fencing here is way more fragile than the one I used to use, and I can't think of the stupid name of the goddamn manufacturers, but this one is so fragile. It doesn't really matter exactly where it goes. It's also not too important, at least out here. You don't see too much of it, but there's a lot of land that has been, that is not used to contain the cattle anymore, and the fences are just kind of left to go to pot. You don't see a whole lot of it regularly, but you do see it. And that's, obviously it's going to have to be kind of like what this fence is here. And this fence is just really, really hard to keep straight, and we're going to put another dab on this one. It didn't seem to take very well. But we're not going to do everywhere. We're not going to do every, let's put it this way, we're not going to do every post. We're only going to do every 4 or 5 posts and wing it from there. I'm not real proud of what I'm showing you here, but it is what it is. But when you look at it from the floor, it'll just, it'll give you the idea. And I probably have, I think I've had my head in the way. And you're already probably tired of listening to me complain about this job. I am able to see it once I get over here where the light is shining on it a little better. Gotta rest my legs and my back a minute. And I don't mind telling you guys, and we've already, a lot of us have already talked about it, but I'm not going to be unhappy when all of this is done back here. And I don't have too much to go yet, but this is hard on me. Really hard on me. And the crazy thing is this barbed wire fence is barely something that's going to show up over here. But we'll all know it's there, right? Got to clean off my lid. And I don't have a specific route for this fencing. Just, I'm letting it lead me where I go. But we have this much of it done. See if I can change up positions here a little bit. The instructions to this barbed wire tell you to drill these little, measure it out and drill these little holes and stuff. I can tell you right now, you'd go insane if you did it their way. Okay, gang, my knees are all falling off here. But I'm going to move my board a little bit. Maybe I can get out of your way a little bit better. But we are making progress back here. What they used to say back in them days, dagnabbit. Now we're going to turn this thing down into the canyon here. While my legs rest, I think I'm going to go back and kind of stand some of these up a little bit, straighten the fence up a little bit. Actually, it looks a lot better than when I was looking at it while I was doing it. I got a little malfunction right in here. I got some up off the ground here. And I am realizing that I'm going to have to do every post, but I guess it's not so bad. Not as bad as I thought it was. We can get it. And as Rat Rod Bob says, we just ain't got it yet. There's all kinds of people quoting him. That actually looks pretty good. I'll have to wait till to see what it looks like when I get down. But well, that looks pretty good. And I rested my legs just a tiny bit here. And what I'm gonna do is cut off these little ends of barbed wire over here, and I think I'm getting out of your picture here. We'll just turn it. You won't be able to see much except my fat hands. But I'm gonna cut this right here. Little pieces of barbed wire. That'll look real natural if somebody takes a magnifying glass and looks down and sees the barbed wire laying on the ground there. They'll say, look at that, them ranchers just left that barbed wire laying right there on the ground for me to pick up and collect. Okay, I got my other piece here, and I'm just going to make a rough guesstimate where this is going to go. I'm just going to cut this off because I don't want to fight this whole long piece here. Maybe I can use this other piece somewhere else down the road. What I'm trying to do here is stretch this out so that the barbed wire straightens out a little bit. Move my stuff down this way a little bit and see if I can get this piece connected to that piece. Glued my finger down to the fence post. That's okay, nobody will miss it there. I don't know from where you guys are at if you can see where this is going, but you can see where my hands are going. I normally don't go get me a new tube of super glue, but because I knew I'd be back here where I can't just get up and down all the time, that's what I decided to do. Okay, break. I'm getting back here in the corner where it's dark again. My shadow is preceding me. I think I used about a half gallon of super glue on that one. It's okay. They make super glue every day. Now we're going to go across this hill, and maybe this will be a little bit easier. I can tell you one thing. It's hot in here today. I haven't turned the air on. And actually, the funny thing is, my fence, this piece I cut, almost worked out perfectly here. Or it did work out perfectly, actually. And we're going to leave it at that. Right there. Another thing we're going to do, this tree right here got all floppy on me, and we're going to super glue that baby down. Get it to stay there. I guess I need to quit laying on the fence. That'd probably help, huh? But I did find a spot I didn't have glued. My cows are all standing up. My cowboys are all standing up. My vehicles are in place. I want to build a an archway where you come into the ranch. A lot of the ranches, or most of the ranches, have a archway that says what the name of the ranch is. But we're going to call that good, and I'll get the camera here when I get down, and I'll take a little bit better close-up picture of that fence, and you can tell me what you think, and you won't hurt my feelings. Okay, gang, this is going to be shaky cam, but you can see the fence. It's almost invisible when you look at it from the edge of the layout, but right in here you can see the fence. And you can see it going on down. You can see it going up over the hill right there. And then you really don't see squat. I mean, it's almost impossible to see on the side of the hill over there. But I know it's there. And if I stand back here, of course I don't have my my foam on my road over there came up on me. I don't really care how well it matches, but I'm going to try and mix up some paint and try and make those two roads match there. Not too big of a deal. That won't take me very long. And I think most of this stuff that's sitting back here like it is right now is going to remain sitting like it is right now. I don't see why I need to go any further on it. If I was 6 foot tall, and this is my eyesight angle right here, you don't see the crack that I put the wires down through for the lights on the building, on the street light and the cabin. I may go in there, just put a little bit of grass around the base of the cabin and a few weeds and stuff in there, but other than that, that's about it. I'm hoping I only got to get up on that board maybe 1 or 2 more times. And then we'll be done with that board, hopefully never to be done again. And if it does need to be done again, it's not going to get done. I thought I could get this end done so I could start working on the engine facility. But I still got to mount that building. I've still got to put some a hill there, plaster in a hill, and some other stuff. I want to put a couple of street lights in over there. And I just don't have the energy to do that right now. Plus, I don't really need to get on a board to get that far. I can do that from the edge of the layout here. And I might just, once I get the little touch-ups that I told you about over there done, I may just step back from this and I may go down here and start finishing my scenery all the way down to the corner, and we've talked about it, all the way down here. Simply because, as I've said before, if I get over here, I can start doing branch line. I can start working out in here. I can come out here and I can do stuff without standing on a ladder. I can do the stuff I enjoy, put in streets, put in track, put in all that stuff. But here are all my yuccas and some detail stuff. There's a mix of things in here. Here's my car that was in the river. When I get that going, which I'm assuming a stream or river or something will be coming out right here, and that wreck will probably be in that area somewhere. And I'll jerk you back over here. But you can see that I have an awful lot of yuccas and things that I can put in up here. And I have these call booths. These call booths here. Let me get a picture of it. Those call booths right there. Those are the ones I used to cast. I have a whole bunch of them. I know they are Southern Pacific, but my branch of the Santa Fe used those. So we are going to scatter those about the layout in some fashion at some point. I do have lumber and stuff in here for the lumber mill when I get back to putting that on the layout. I have another flag here. I do have some cows left over that can go at Schmelly Meats. And I do have some piles of junk that still go around where the junk yard will be. I got an old abandoned car there. There's just stuff in here that needs to go out, and part of it is the scenery stuff for back here and along there. The only other long reach stuff I got to do is back in that corner around those, the Pueblo and the church back there. Try and make that look like something. So, I don't know where I'm going next, but it sounds stupid, but I'm about wore out with this stuff here. And I think I'm going to probably just wrap up this video. Okay, gang. I'm sorry this one's so short. I haven't spent a lot of time out here because, well, of the car, you guys know as well, but also because I hate the work that I'm having to do back there. I literally hate it. I hate having to be on the layout. I hate having to be on my knees. I hate having to work with small stuff I can't see because there's not sufficient light. I kind of hate all that stuff. So when I run, I'm like all of us. When I run into a job on the layout that I just hate doing the work or that part of it, it slows me down a lot, and you lose your interest in messing with it. But now that I'm this close to getting that corner done right there, my interest level is starting to go up. I've also decaled the locomotive in here, and I'm actually not sure whether I put it in 53 or not, but you will see that shortly. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and this is another rambling video, obviously, but I am glad that you guys have been here, and as usual, I thank you guys for watching, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all.